И снова всем здрасте! Вы на канале Тащилкина Геймы. Мы продолжаем прогружаться. Блин, погружаться в красивый неизведанный мир. Так сказать, океанский там мир нашей планеты. И мне интересно, что там будет в Солевом озере. Очень. У нее уже день 13. Поскольку мы потеряли дрон, то будем исследовать район Не глюч, баба, не глюч. Гидротермальных источников без карты. Погружаюсь вслепую, ведь эти источники очень важны для Ирины. Здесь мы нашли метку одного из китов семьи. Надеюсь, она просто отпала, потому что это довольно необычное место для кита. Чувиха, осьминог упер. Андрей перевел костюм для погружения в безопасный режим, и это меня ограничивает. Направляюсь на юг в поисках свободного места для посадки в подводную лодку. Готова к погружению. Ну и да, на самом деле, нафига нам космос, если мы еще и не обследовали всю территорию там океана, грубо говоря. До сих пор не придумали лодки, которые там заплывали бы в Марианскую впадину до упора и посмотрели, чем там внизу. А мы все стремимся в космос. Вот этого я не понимаю, если честно. Давно, наверное, надо было уже мутировать, отрастить хвосты и в океан жить и уплыть. И все. Ну, кому как. Нифига себе, как мы долго это океан грузим. С ума сойти. О, наконец-то. Не будет боев, не будет то честная на команда дрона, упрощенную версию картографической системы. Нифига, акула. Пряморотая акула? Приколись, спеть опять же можно? Нифига себе, 400 градусов. Эй, не глючь. Не заикайся, у нас тут дофига дел. Значит, плаваем мы вслепую. Геотермальный источник, кстати. А, это тот, который выплескивает кучу этого. Водорода вроде как бы, что ли, в этот. Коли на меня пофиг. Короче, тут очень горячо должно быть, если не ошибаюсь. Тут должно быть очень горячо. Но он и плавает так, и вообще пофигу. Костюм рулит. Костюм крутой. А вон еще один, кстати. Так, 2 отсканировали из 3. Куда поплыть? Давайте туда. Малый фонарик глаз. Фига, у них глаза огромные. А, ну да, тут у всех глаза большие, чтобы видеть. И, как сказать, светопропускаемость, короче, глазных яблок у этих животных, она должна быть прям вот четенькая. Мы тут что-то нашли, походу. А вот и дрон, кстати, наш.
Scan confirms. I thought you programmed it to track the noise from the miners.
I did. I definitely did.
Maybe you never committed the change. You were pretty exhausted that night.
Maybe.
Короче, дрон мы нашли, а дальше что? Ура, найден дрон. Но акула, мне такое ощущение, что путь показывает. Может, за ней поплывем тогда? А, вон еще один источник. Мы целую кучу тут сканировали уже.
How hot did you say that water typically is in a live vent?
Is that a joke?
No joke. Well, we're down one drone, but discovered an unmapped vent system.
Mirai, this is great. I truly believe that these systems are the key to understanding the origins
Как
of
возникла
life.
жизнь. Вот это мы поперли уже, короче.
Actually, that might be the answer.
Отсканируйте осьминога.
we were talking about the origins of life.
My mind
Семирукий
was stuck. I
осьминог.
couldn't fit all the pieces together.
Ха-ха, прикольненький.
Clone may have cruised too close to the vent. It's got more delicate equipment on its underside that are not rated for anything close to that temperature.
You sound almost pleased.
Well, it's better to know the flaws so you can fix them.
I know we're giving me the silent
Да я
treatment,
тебя
but I think
отсканировала.
I just discovered a new species of octopus.
Ну ладно, давай на перегонки, кто быстрее плавает.
With just one scan.
Sorry,
Взял,
didn't copy
спрятался.
that.
Я взял и спрятался от меня, ну и ладно. Приморотые акулы, их тут вообще прям целая гора. Собственно, а что я ищу и куда я плыву?
Irina, did you expect volcanic activity here?
Describe.
Нифига
Red,
себе.
glowing. Need more?
Mirai, I would give that a very wide berth. Like maybe from your sub.
Да? А где она? Я ж не в курсе. Короче, тут вулкан. Который типа подпалит нам сейчас жопу. Да ладно, эта игра безобидна, тут даже умирать нельзя. И воздух не нужен. Классно же. Наверное, многим эта игра покажется скучной. Но только не для меня. Ну, будем плавать, сканировать все. А, кстати, вот эта штука.
Kidding me?
Describe, please.
Ты нашла ее, да?
I mean, I don't want to.
Mirai, you're making me uneasy.
Seriously, we'll look at it
Бур.
together when I'm done with the dive.
Короче, мы нашли эту штуку, которая издает эти ужасные звуки. И, походу, еще что-то там нашли. А что это такое? Тоже какую-то штуку. А, ну это из той же серии, да? Она просто развалилась. Она такая огромная. Ничего себе, какая она огромная. Это, значит, вот эта дрянь издает эти звуки. Понятно, понятно. А это что такое? Я не знаю, что это такое. Отстойник какой-то. Какой-то отстойник. Чувак, ты отстой, да? Блин, так интересно. Вот в этой серии реально интересно. Так, нафиг отсюда уплываем. Так, этот отстойник мы отсканировали. Выборочное сканирование хвоста. Возьми тебе образец. А вот, кстати, мертвый кашалот.
What happened to you? Were you sick?
И уж тут подъели-то конкретненько. Так, выборочное сканирование хвоста. Да уйди. Сейчас по хвосту узнаем, кто это был. Плыви давай. Кашалот А2.
And saying goodbye to a friend.
И попрощаюсь с другом. А мы такого, кстати, не видели. По-моему. А2. Кашалот А2. Нифига себе, 9 минут всего лишь погружений-то было. Я думаю, сейчас придется еще пихать следующее погружение. Что-то маловато. Наука всегда отставала от индустриализации океана. Я бы хотела, чтобы на этот раз наука определила индустриализацию и установила для последней ограничения. И тут мой мозг сказал, нафига я тут вообще в этой коробке, да, болтыхаюсь? Короче, я ничего не поняла. Я нифига ничего не поняла. Так, у нас какие-нибудь ролики есть? Целых 4. Смотреть будем, да? Вы как хотите, а я буду смотреть.
Sound to whales is everything. It's their hands. These are animals with the biggest brain on Earth and the most powerful sonic apparatus. They spend a lot of their time deep down. They're diving for an hour at a time in darkness. Just like a submarine is echolocating, they ping a signal out, and then they wait for that signal to bounce off something and come back as the signal. And from that information, they could get an idea of what's there.
They constantly click, and that click sometimes can be really loud, and you can feel it in your body. It's like going to a DJ and that feeling that bass. Once I had an experience with a sperm whale. It clicked, my ears almost like bounced back. It's really an amazing feeling, you know.
You don't develop a huge, complicated brain if you're not using it. Whales have little channels of communicating where they could talk to each other hundreds of kilometers away using sound.
Sperm whales make clicks in sort of rhythmic patterns that we call codas. Any family might have 20 to 25 different coda patterns that they use when they're having conversations with each other. And some of them are unique to different places in the world. In the Eastern Caribbean, they make a lot of what we call a 1 + 1 + 3. That sounds kind of like this. And that's only ever been recorded in the Caribbean. And it's been identical for the last 35 years. These are really different ways of life that are being labeled by these coda patterns. In the same way that human language is kind of a shorthand for where you come from. You can make a lot of missteps when traveling simply by speaking incorrectly or introducing yourself differently. Do you hug? Do you shake hands? Do you bow? And a growing concern has to do with the noise that we're putting into the ocean. Everything we do impacts everything they're doing. The sound is causing high levels of stress in animals like this. No one wants to live at a rock concert. You can imagine trying to have your home inside an arena while some metal band is playing. And that's increasingly what the ocean feels like.
Brine pools are amazing habitat. It's a lake on the bottom of the ocean, and it's this surreal seascape. Chemically, each one of them is unique.
These brines undoubtedly contain bacteria, archaea, and viruses that are unknown to science. We know that they're incredibly rich in undescribed life forms. They have the perfect cocktail, the perfect recipe for life. These sites aren't just salty, they can be violent, characterized by eruptions and incredibly unstable conditions. So to live in them, you have to not only be hardy, but you have to be able to endure constantly changing conditions because not one day is the same. The organisms that live there, they undergo a constant biological warfare with each other to dominate the environment, to survive in the system. The biochemicals that they produce to do that biological warfare are applicable to curing diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's. They produce antibiotics and antivirals that can also be used to improve human health. And we drop targets as we go, so we know exactly where we sample. Exploring these habitats is absolutely necessary because the metabolic potential there has the capacity to change the way we think about medicine, to change the way we think about antibiotics, based on our knowledge that we gain from studying these incredible environments in the deep sea.
Imagine if I was sent in to go study the Mona Lisa, and I come in with a pair of snippers, and I'm like, I'm gonna need to cut this baby up a little bit to see what kind of chemical composition is going on there. Like, you wouldn't do that, right? We don't have to kill these animals. We don't have to kill to understand. If we could do a single cell, that means we don't need to kill 20,000 animals to be able to really understand that one. We could do our work much more non-invasively.
So we are working this year on a new project to deploy tags on orcas. We need to learn more about the diet and how they use the habitat. So by deploying those tags, we get the information we need. It is the least invasive method. It is suction cups. So it is not a scratch on the whale afterwards, which is something we really like.
In the deep sea, we use these like robotic claws from the oil and gas industry that gets you the sample, but this is so archaic. So we've been designing something called squishy robot fingers, which are ways to be gentle when we study the deep sea. But I think we could even take this another level. There's some organism, we quickly encase it. It's like a medical checkup. We give it a swab to get its genome. We image it from all directions. We open it up, the animal goes away, and we have more information than we've ever had before. These animals are Mona Lisas. Our perception of them should change. We should be more delicate.
Hydrothermal vents are located on the seabed, often in deep water, but sometimes in shallower water. And they form in areas where new oceanic crust is being formed. You can have 400-degree water here and 2-degree water over here. It's an accelerometer for chemistry, and you can form organic compounds in the absence of biology. Everybody's interested in vents because of the metals, including humans. But the metals are sort of the nuclei for life. When you think about what's required for life, you've got to have an energy source, you've got to have a system that's able to utilize that energy source. And the organisms sort of co-evolve with the rock. And in my mind, that's probably how life originated. There are reservoirs of precious metals in the deep sea, and we do have societal needs for precious metals. It's very short-sighted and dangerous to exploit resources in ecosystems that we don't truly understand how those ecosystems function.
Deep sea mining is when people go out and extract minerals from the seafloor. People do this because a lot of the minerals that we have on land are actually being depleted, like copper and zinc, so we're looking to the ocean to get those minerals.
We want these minerals for solar panels primarily, and we want them for cell phone boards. It's necessary to advance society and get us off fossil fuels. We simply have no idea about the environmental consequences of a lot of these actions that we're taking in the deep sea. We have tended to go for the quick benefit and we'll deal with the consequences later. Well, I think that has caught up with us.
We don't know enough right now to effectively, selectively mine the deep sea without catastrophic consequences.
The science has always lagged behind the industrialization. I would like for once to see the science ahead of the industrialization and have the science define the limits of the industrialization.
Круто. Я стала океанологом, пока тут все посмотрела. Короче, давайте поболтаем по радио и перенесем на следующую серию тогда свое погружение, что ли. По-любому кто-то опять позвонил.
We watched the video log from your dive. I'm truly heartsick.
I'm furious. Where should we start?
The destroyed vent. I couldn't believe how badly the seabed was chewed up.
Vents that might have had a fossil record dating back over 1 billion years.
And microbial life that doesn't exist anywhere else on the planet. Who knows what cures we've lost.
Your drone's a fallen hero, Andre. I think it spooked the miners before they did more damage.
If you hadn't been willing to dive without a map, we would never have confirmed they were actively mining.
Who gets the satisfaction of turning them in?
We were debating that before you came on.
Давайте
We should jointly
вместе.
report. It'll be stronger.
Agreed.
Agreed. Now tell us
Ну,
about
так
the whale
лучше.
fall. Could you ID the whale?
The whale fall was definitely from the baby's family. The tail fluke was intact enough to scan it.
But you are sure it wasn't the mother?
It wasn't the mother. The ID matched another whale we know from her family. But it was an older whale, so more vulnerable.
Do you think there's any connection to the miners?
They did plenty of damage, but I don't think the whale fall is on them.
I can pull out anything from the scan log that might be worth investigating.
Already have. Can you turn these into dive objectives?
Right. Catch you in a bit.
Ну вот. Следующее погружение у нас. Короче, Кит был типа старенький, но они не понимают, почему он умер. Ну, умирают все и умрут все. Тут ничего не сделаешь, ничего не вечно. Ну, так что давайте тогда до следующей серии. А дальше попробуем изучить этих промысловиков, наверное, да? Ну, ладненько, всем пока.